Sustainability is very complicated. There are lots of things to consider when you are trying to be more sustainable. It can be everything from, do I ship my goods cross-country from New York to California? Do I put it on a train? What is more harmful to the environment? Do we print something digitally? Do we print something offset? Do we not print at all? So it is very complicated. What the Living Principles does is it gives you guidelines for considering all of those things as you're designing, and hopefully makes it a little easier to make those decisions. Mohawk over the years has always been committed to sustainability, and we have often considered the triple bottom line in everything that we do. Triple bottom line being people, planet, and profit. All of those things are embodied in the Living Principles as well, but what the Living Principles does that is new is it incorporates culture as well. So the designer is integral to bringing these values and habits and making them become part of the mainstream of everyday living. People can, hopefully, through us getting the Living Principles out to designers and designers using them when they're designing their work, more people will use those values and have them become habits and have it become more ingrained into today's culture. We were at the AIGA conference was when we've had our first conversations with Rick Graffet at AIGA. This is an initiative that was put together by their Center for Sustainable Design, and it is basically a framework that allows designers to consider sustainability at every step in the process of their work. They came to us knowing that Mohawk had this wonderful history of commitment to the environment and always considered sustainability in new product lines, like the Loop line. It was the result of some research that we did with customers that said many of them, over 85% of them, were extremely concerned about the post-consumer waste content of a sheet. So the line, Mohawk Loop line, was developed as a result of that. When we heard that AIGA was going to be promoting these Living Principles, it was the perfect tie-in with Loop. We felt that it was a partnership that would bring both of us together, talking to the same audience about sustainability in general. When we heard about the ways that they wanted to get all of this information out there, it's something that they wanted to do events for as well. So our sales team always is looking for a reason to have an event with local designers. What the Living Principles does is it gives us a vehicle to talk about at an AIGA meeting, for instance, where people would come in and have a cocktail hour, sit down and talk for a little while, and then have a presentation on the Living Principles. And it also gave us an opportunity to present Mohawk Loop, which fits in nicely with the premise set by Living Principles that designers should consider post-consumer waste content when they're choosing papers for any work that they're doing.